Good morning, my name is Lee Mallon, and this is the Humanity course for environmental educators to embrace artificial intelligence for content creation and course. Today's video is all about creating videos. And not just creating videos, we're going to pull together all the different aspects of the previous modules, from writing scripts to generating images to audio and music. I'm going to put them all together into the final output because video is a compelling thing. It hits the visuals for the people who are visual learners. It hits the audible. It is a consuming device that can go toe to toe with the attention of films, of advertisements from big brands. But you, as an individual looking to promote your cause, can create now, with the power of AI, create something that can rival what they have been able to create before. So let's dive in. To do this, we have to basically split this project into 5 things. We need to generate a script. We need to create some images, which we're then going to turn into videos. Then we're going to put the videos and the audio together on a timeline, and that's going to give us our video. But let's not waste any time, and let's dive straight into the demo. So first up, we're going to go with good old ChatGPT. We're going to use this to generate our script, but we're going to do it from the original GTP that we created, which we uploaded on air quality. So this is going to be a video about air quality. Now, this is a 60-page report, and I can imagine a 1-minute video would be much more appealing and engaging to the masses. So create me a script for a 1-minute video about this report. Make it inspiring and engaging to a wide audience. Now you can see I'm kind of purposely made some spell mistakes just to further cement you don't need to be exact with this stuff. It can infer, it knows what I'm trying to say. Now it's going to write out this script, and what we're going to do off the back of this now is we're going to then communicate back with the GTP, and we're going to say, right, that's cool. We now need the narration, and we now need the image prompts for the different cutscenes for the videos. So okay, so we're just going to ask for the narration. I've said in a block of text, and what I mean by that is it will probably, before it would just give you the sections, and we don't want to have narrator says, for example. Okay, so we're just going to copy that, and then we're going to jump over to 11 Labs. It's here, and we're going to pick, I do like Oscar. I'm going to pick Oscar, and we're going to drop this script into there. We're going to click generate, and that's going to generate the audio file for our video narration.
In a world where the air we breathe defines the health of our very existence, actions speak louder than words. Across the globe, nations are taking bold steps, from the bustling streets of our cities to the serene landscapes of our countryside. Cleaner production methods, stringent vehicle emissions standards, and innovative waste management techniques are paving the way towards a future where clean air is a birthright, not a privilege. But it's not just about policies and regulations. It's about communities coming together, about each one of us taking action in our daily lives. From choosing sustainable transport to advocating for green spaces, we are all architects of our future. The fusion of technology and collective will is leading us to breathe easier, reducing the burden of disease and creating cities that are livable and lovable. Join the movement for clean air. Together, we can transform our world, ensuring a healthier planet for future generations. Because every breath we take is a step towards a brighter, cleaner tomorrow. Okay. The United Nations Environment Programme reminds us, the air we share knows no boundaries. It's time to act for our planet, for our air, for us. Take action today. Breathe life into our future.
Okay, so that's our audio. That's about 90 seconds. So we're just going to grab that. We're then going to drop back into ChatGPT, because our next step is, now we have the narration. We now need, give me some image prompts for each scene of the script. So it's now going to basically go through this script and see where I've put this, for example, and when I've said cut to this and cut to this, and it's now going to generate the prompt accordingly. Okay, so I'm just going to say, just give me the prompt. And it knows what Midjourney is. So if we stipulate Midjourney as the image prompt creator, then we'll add some tendencies to it. Okay, so then we're just going to grab our first prompt. Then I'm just going to jump over to Midjourney. I'm just going to drop this in here and press create. Okay, so that's going to start generating these images. Now, once we have the images, we then need to turn them into video clips. And to do that, we have to use another tool. And this tool is a tool called Runway. So Runway is a video editing tool. If we drop to here. So this is Runway. And you can do things like convert video to a video, text to video, image to image, generative audio, as we've seen elsewhere, remove backgrounds, these types of things. There's lots of different aspects. But the thing it became very known for, and it is very, very good, is its ability to turn text or images into video. Now, if you ask it to use a description, it's going to use its own image engine for the generation. And personally, Midjourney, I feel, is better. That's their focus. It's better for image generation. So I like to create my images in Midjourney and then feed them into Runway to turn them into videos. Okay, so here we are now into Midjourney, and we have our images. So let's take this image as our first one. Now what we can do is we can drop this into the Runway tool. Let's drop the image in. So it's now going to upload that image to Runway. What we can do is we can add some more description to the scene if we want, but there's also some quite cool settings. The general settings don't really play around. The camera one is the main one. So here what we can do is we can basically say when this gets rendered, we want the camera to move like left and right, like this. Do we want it to pan? Do we want it to roll, maybe for a flying of some sort? We want to go up and down for climbing up a building, for example, and tilt and zoom, obviously, quite self-explanatory. But then they have this idea called a motion brush, and a motion brush is the ability to highlight areas and select things that we may want to move. So here I can select this vehicle, so I can just brush this vehicle for brush one, so this one here. I can say I want him to move horizontally this way and vertically kind of down because he's coming towards me. And I'm just going to keep it like that for the simple. I'm just going to make it quite straightforward. And then we press generate. And then what's going to happen, it's going to generate 4 seconds of video as a clip that we can then embed into our video timeline. Okay, so now that's now finished. And now if we press play, what we'll see is the video camera angle move, and we'll see the car change. Now, This becomes very trial and error with a lot of motion in the scene. As you can see, things are bending and swaying. Just bear with it at the moment, because after this demo, I'm going to show you something which is going to be coming out in the next few months that will take this to a whole another level. So learning these skills now will hold you in good stead for the coming months. So now that's created that video for us. And we can do this over and over. We generate an image, we create that, we create the narration. And then what we can do inside of Runway, it actually has its own video editor. And any of the assets that I've created, we have accessible in here. So what I can do is I can drop in my audio, for example, just onto the timeline. It'll upload it to my assets. Press space to press play.
In a world where the air we breathe defines the health of our very existence.
And then that'll play out as you'd expect, like a normal video editor. But what I can do is, these are the videos that have been generated. So here's the video here that we just did, and I can drag this onto the timeline. And it's going to drop it in here. I can then make it fit the ratio, and then I can press play.
In a world where the air we breathe defines the health of our very existence, actions speak louder than words.
Now, I can do this over and over and over and over again. I'm just going to pick another video just to show. So this is a scene from the video we did for Thames River. So
existence.
You see how it then
defines the health of our very existence. Actions speak louder than words.
But you see how it was a cutscene like this. But the one good thing with Runway is it does have some transitional aspects. So I can, for example, run this onto another layer. I can, through the effects, the motion effects, I can motion it in with a fade for a second. And then I can get a nice fluid transition.
The health of our very existence. Actions speak
like this. And through going over and over and over, I can create a 1.5 minute video that is resembling the City 2047 video that I showed at the start. And then once you've created your video, you can then export it and download it and share with others. And you don't have to use Runway as your video editor tool. If you prefer to use iMovie, or if you're more afraid with some more advanced video editing tools, you can use all of these services just to generate the assets that you can then embed within. Now, I mentioned to you that looking at some of the video clips, like it was 4 seconds, it wasn't the best when it was trying to morph the car, and not to worry too much about it. And that's because there's this thing called Sora that's coming out very soon. Sora is a text-to-video engine from OpenAI, but it's built a bit differently than these other ones. And you could argue to some degree, Sora is the beginnings of the idea of simulating our world to be able to produce point-in-time representations of it, in this case through video. The only way for me to really explain it to you is to show you some examples. So if you go to OpenAI, if you just Google, there'll be a link on this page. If you just Google Sora OpenAI, you'll get taken to this page. This is not something that's out yet because it opens up a lot of ethical concerns because the things are so realistic. But all the videos on this page are generated the same way that we've just generated the stuff today for the video. And you can start to understand how powerful this will become. So this was the first video they released. So this is a lady walking through, and there's the prompt. A stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm glowing neon and animated signage. She's wearing a black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots. And then the carries black purse. She wears sunglasses, red lipstick, walks confidently and casually. The street is damp and reflective, creating a mirror effect of the colourful lights. Many pedestrians walk around. Now, what's fascinating about this is there's some weird nuances. It's not perfect by any means, but this was able to generate 1 minute of video from that source reference. And what's amazing is if we pause it here, we even see in the sunglasses a slight reflection of what is happening outside. Now, this to me is very compelling, and this has been further cemented with more of these demos like this. Again, fully 100% AI generated based on just the prompt. This again is the same. You see how powerful video is going to become when it's generative in this format. So that's Sora. That's how you construct videos using 11 Labs for audio, using Runway ML for the timeline, using Midjourney for images, and ChatGPT for the script. You could also add in a music track by using things like MusicGen or Summer to bring together the full picture. 11 Labs also is releasing sound effect library very soon for videos. The next module, module 9, is where we get interactive and we turn our text into things a little bit more interesting. So until next time.